Welcome to the Forgotten Joy, a journey through abandoned amusement parks. Hello, brave travelers, and welcome back to another spine-tingling journey through the world of the unknown. If you're new to our channel, allow me to introduce you to the realm we call home, a sanctuary for those who dare to delve into the dark corners of history, the whispers of forgotten legends, and the unsettling allure of places where the veil between worlds grows thin. Tonight, we're venturing into a world of twisted metal, rusted rides, and the eerie silence of once bustling amusement parks that now lie abandoned. These are not just relics of joy and laughter, they are haunting reminders of the passage of time, where the echoes of the past refuse to fade. Amusement parks have always held a unique place in our collective imagination. They are places of wonder and excitement, where families gather to create memories, where laughter fills the air, and where the thrill of the unknown draws us in. But what happens when the lights go out, the music stops, and the crowds disappear? When the rides sit idle, the paint peels, and the air grows heavy with the weight of forgotten joy. These abandoned amusement parks become something else entirely. Monuments to human ingenuity, yes, but also to the fragility of dreams. They are places where urban decay meets urban legend, where the thrill of exploration comes hand in hand with the chill of the unknown. Tonight, we'll explore some of the most terrifying abandoned amusement parks in the world, each with its own story of triumph, tragedy, and the supernatural. From the rusted roller coasters of Nara Dreamland in Japan to the frozen-in-time Ferris wheel of Pripyat's amusement park near Chernobyl, these locations are steeped in history, mystery, and the unexplainable. Some were victims of economic downturns, others of natural disasters or political upheaval, but all share a common thread: they have become places where the past lingers, where the laughter of children seems to echo faintly through the trees, and where the line between reality and the supernatural blurs. As we embark on this eerie expedition, prepare yourself for an unsettling ride. The amusement parks we'll explore are not merely settings for horror stories. They are portals to the past, where the joy of yesteryear clashes with the haunting realities of abandonment. Whether you're a seasoned thrill-seeker or a curious newcomer to the world of the paranormal, this journey promises to send shivers down your spine and leave you questioning what lies beyond the veil of the ordinary. So, fasten your seatbelts, dim the lights, and brace yourself for the chilling stories of the most terrifying abandoned amusement parks in the world. The darkness awaits, and the rides are just beginning. Nara Dreamland, the forgotten wonderland of Japan. In the quiet outskirts of Nara, Japan, nestled among the rolling hills and lush forests, lies a place that was once a beacon of joy and excitement, Nara Dreamland. Opened in 1961, this amusement park was inspired by the grandeur of Disneyland and designed to bring the magic of American-style entertainment to the heart of Japan. With its vibrant colors, whimsical rides, and the promise of endless fun, Nara Dreamland quickly became a popular destination for families and thrill-seekers alike. For decades, the park was alive with laughter, music, and the sounds of spinning carousels and roaring roller coasters. But like so many dreams, Nara Dreamland eventually faded into the shadows, leaving behind only the skeletal remains of its former glory, a haunting testament to time's relentless march. The decline of Nara Dreamland began in the late 1990s, as competition from newer, more modern amusement parks grew fierce. The arrival of Tokyo Disneyland in 1983 dealt a devastating blow to smaller parks across Japan, drawing away visitors who sought the latest attractions and the prestige of the Disney brand. As attendance dwindled, Nara Dreamland struggled to keep up with maintenance and upgrades, leading to a slow but inevitable spiral into disrepair. By 2006, the park was forced to close its gates permanently, leaving behind a ghostly landscape of rusting rides and overgrown pathways. Today, Nara Dreamland is a place of eerie beauty, a surreal blend of decay and nostalgia. The once colorful buildings have faded to dull shades of gray, their paint peeling away to reveal the concrete beneath. The roller coaster, once a thrilling centerpiece of the park, now stands frozen in time, its tracks rusted and warped, its supports crumbling under the weight of years of neglect. The carousel, its horses cracked and missing pieces, still sits in place, as if waiting for children to climb aboard and set it spinning once more. The Ferris wheel looms over the landscape like a silent sentinel, its gondolas swaying gently in the wind, their windows shattered and their interiors filled with dust. Despite its abandonment, Nara Dreamland has not been entirely forgotten. In recent years, the site has become a magnet for urban explorers and photographers, drawn to its haunting atmosphere and the stark contrast between its former vibrancy and current desolation. The park has been featured in numerous documentaries, photo essays, and even music videos, each capturing the strange beauty of a place where time seems to have stood still. However, there is something undeniably unsettling about walking through Nara Dreamland's empty corridors, where the silence is broken only by the creaking of metal and the distant rustling of leaves. One of the most frequently reported phenomena at Nara Dreamland is the sound of children laughing echoing through the abandoned structures. Visitors claim to hear faint giggles and playful chatter, as if unseen children are running through the park, chasing each other between the ruins. Some have even described seeing faint figures darting through the shadows, only to vanish when approached. Whether these are merely tricks of the mind or something more sinister remains a mystery, but the reports persist, adding to the park's eerie reputation. Another chilling aspect of Nara Dreamland is the legend of the crying child. According to local folklore, a young boy once visited the park with his family and became separated from them. As the day wore on, he wandered deeper into the park, calling out for his parents, but no one answered. When night fell, he sat alone on a bench near the entrance, sobbing until his voice gave out. The next morning, his body was found at the base of the roller coaster, having fallen from the highest point of the track. Since then, visitors have claimed to hear the faint sound of a child crying, particularly near the roller coaster's entrance, as if the boy is still searching for his lost family. Despite its haunted reputation, Nara Dreamland remains a popular destination for those seeking a glimpse into the past. However, the park is now off-limits to the public, with fences and warning signs discouraging trespassing due to the risk of collapsing structures and unstable ground. Yet, for those who manage to sneak inside, the experience is both exhilarating and unnerving. The air feels heavier here, as if the very ground remembers the laughter that once filled it, and the absence of joy leaves behind a strange, lingering sadness. Nara Dreamland stands as a powerful reminder of the impermanence of human creations. It was once a place of wonder, where dreams came alive under the glow of carnival lights. Now it is a place of ghosts, both literal and metaphorical, where the echoes of the past refuse to be silenced. Whether the spirits of joyful children still play among the ruins or if the park simply carries the weight of its own history, one thing is certain: those who enter Nara Dreamland do so at their own risk. Pripyat's amusement park, the frozen thrill of Chernobyl tucked away on the outskirts of the abandoned city of Pripyat, Ukraine, stands one of the most haunting amusement parks in the world. Built in the early 1980s as part of a broader effort to modernize Soviet urban life, the park was intended to be a source of joy and recreation for the thousands of workers and families living in the nearby nuclear power plant town. Its centerpiece, a bright green Ferris wheel, was meant to offer breathtaking views of the surrounding countryside, while the colorful bumper cars, carousel, and swings promised endless hours of entertainment. But on April 26, 1986, everything changed. The catastrophic explosion at Chernobyl nuclear power plant rendered Pripyat uninhabitable almost overnight. Within hours of the disaster, the city's 50,000 residents were evacuated, many believing they would return within days. However, the radioactive fallout from the meltdown made this impossible. The amusement park, which had only opened just weeks before the accident, never saw a single day of operation. The rides remained untouched, frozen in time, while the city around them fell into ruin. Today, the park is a chilling relic of a forgotten future, where the promise of joy was abruptly severed by tragedy. The Ferris wheel, now rusted and weather-beaten, looms over the landscape like a monument to loss. The bumper cars sit motionless, their paint peeling, their wires frayed and exposed. The carousel, once vibrant with color, now stands silent, its horses cracked and worn by years of exposure to the elements. The swings, designed to soar through the air, hang lifelessly from their supports, their chains rusted and tangled. Despite the high levels of radiation that still linger in the area, the park has become a popular destination for urban explorers and tourists, many of whom visit on guided tours of the Chernobyl exclusion zone. Those who venture inside describe an overwhelming sense of eerie stillness, as if the park is holding its breath, waiting for the laughter of children that will never return. One of the most unsettling stories comes from a group of explorers who visited the park in 2011. As they wandered through the grounds, they reported hearing the faint sound of a child's laughter echoing through the empty space. Thinking it might be another tourist, they followed the sound, only to find themselves standing in front of the Ferris wheel, where the laughter abruptly stopped. One member of the group, a photographer, captured an image of the ride that would later spark debate among paranormal enthusiasts. In the reflection of one of the gondolas, a faint outline of a figure appears to be sitting inside, though no one was seen entering or exiting the ride. Another chilling account involves a tour guide who, during a routine visit to the park, claimed to hear the sound of a ride activating, as if someone had pressed a button to start it. He turned to see the bumper cars slowly jolting forward, their motors sputtering to life despite the lack of power. Before he could investigate further, the cars abruptly stopped, as if whatever force had momentarily awakened them had vanished. Despite the scientific explanations for these phenomena, wind, structural decay, and electromagnetic interference, the stories persist, adding to the park's haunting aura. Whether it is the residual energy of the nuclear disaster or something more inexplicable, one thing is certain: Pripyat's amusement park remains a place where the past refuses to be forgotten, where the echoes of a future that never came continue to linger in the silence. Spreepark, the haunted ruins of Berlin. Deep within the heart of Berlin, hidden behind a chain-link fence and a veil of urban decay, lies Spreepark, Germany's only amusement park that was once the pride of East Berlin, now reduced to a ghostly wasteland of rusted rides and forgotten dreams. What was once a bustling hub of entertainment, drawing thousands of visitors with its colorful attractions and lively atmosphere, has become one of the most unsettling abandoned amusement parks in the world. Its history is a tale of ambition, misfortune, and a mysterious downfall that left behind a legacy of eerie silence and inexplicable occurrences. Spreepark was founded in 1969 under the name Kulturpark Planterwald, a state-run amusement park designed to provide East German citizens with a taste of Western-style entertainment. The park quickly became a beloved destination, offering a variety of rides, live performances, and cultural exhibits. Its centerpiece was a massive steel roller coaster, an engineering marvel for its time, which thrilled visitors with its dizzying drops and sharp turns. There was also a Ferris wheel, a carousel, and a zoo, all contributing to the park's reputation as a place of joy and excitement. However, the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989 and the subsequent reunification of Germany marked the beginning of Spreepark's decline. With the influx of Western entertainment options and the economic struggles of post-reunification East Germany, Spreepark struggled to remain profitable. By the mid-1990s, the park was in dire financial straits, and in 1999, it was purchased by Norbert Witt, a flamboyant entrepreneur with a vision to transform it into a thrill-seeking wonderland. Witt, known for his traveling amusement parks across South America and Europe, invested heavily in upgrading the rides and expanding the park's offerings. However, his ambitious plans were met with bureaucratic red tape, financial mismanagement, and mounting debts. The final blow came in 2002, when Witt was arrested for attempting to smuggle dismantled amusement park equipment out of Germany and into Peru, where he intended to open a new park. The scandal led to the park's permanent closure, leaving behind a sprawling, decaying relic of what once was. Today, Spreepark remains off-limits to the public, its gates locked and its grounds patrolled by security, but its haunting presence continues to draw urban explorers and paranormal investigators alike. Walking through the abandoned park is like stepping into a post-apocalyptic fairy tale. The roller coaster, once a symbol of excitement, now stands like a skeletal beast, its tracks rusted and twisted, its supports groaning under the weight of time. The Ferris wheel looms over the landscape, its gondolas swaying gently in the wind, their windows shattered and their interiors filled with dust. The carousel sits frozen in place, its once vibrant horses now cracked and faded, their glassy eyes staring into the void. The zoo, once home to exotic animals, is now a series of crumbling enclosures, where the only inhabitants are the occasional stray cat or bird. Despite its decay, Spreepark has become a hotspot for paranormal activity, with numerous reports of strange occurrences that defy explanation. Visitors who manage to sneak past the security fences often describe an overwhelming sense of being watched, as if unseen eyes follow them from the shadows of the abandoned rides. Some claim to hear the distant sounds of laughter and music, though no one else is present. Others report cold spots and sudden temperature drops, particularly near the roller coaster's entrance, where the air feels unnaturally thick and oppressive. One of the most frequently reported phenomena is the sound of a child's voice calling out for help, particularly near the park's former entrance. Some believe this to be the spirit of a boy who once visited the park and was never seen again, while others suggest it may be a manifestation of the park's tragic history. Another chilling account involves a group of explorers who claim to have heard the unmistakable sound of a ride activating, as if someone had pressed a button to start it. They turned to see the bumper cars slowly jolting forward, their motors sputtering to life despite the lack of power. Before they could investigate further, the cars abruptly stopped, as if whatever force had momentarily awakened them had vanished. Perhaps the most unsettling aspect of Spree Park is the legend of the wandering clown. According to local folklore, a former employee of the park, dressed in a tattered clown costume, was last seen wandering the grounds in the days before its closure. Some say he was a beloved figure among the children, always ready with a joke or a playful trick. Others claim he was a loner, rarely speaking to anyone and always lurking in the shadows. Whatever the truth may be, visitors have reported seeing a shadowy figure in a clown mask standing near the carousel, only to vanish when approached. Some have even captured faint outlines of a figure in photographs taken at the park, adding to the growing list of unexplained encounters. Despite the eerie atmosphere, Spree Park continues to attract those who seek the thrill of the unknown. The park's decayed grandeur, combined with the legends that surround it, makes it a prime location for ghost hunters and paranormal investigators, many of whom have conducted overnight vigils in hopes of capturing evidence of the supernatural. Some have recorded what they describe as disembodied voices whispering unintelligible phrases, while others have reported sudden flashes of light and unexplained shadows moving through the park's empty corridors. Whether the hauntings are the result of residual energy from the park's heyday or something far more sinister, one thing is certain: Spree Park remains a place where the past refuses to be forgotten. Its towering rides and abandoned structures serve as a reminder of the fleeting nature of human ambition, where dreams can quickly turn to nightmares. And for those who dare to explore its ruins, the echoes of laughter and music may never truly fade. A haunting diptych of two decaying amusement parks at twilight. On the left, Pripyat's Ferris wheel stands tall against the gray, overcast sky, its rusted gondolas creaking in the wind. Below it, the cracked pavement is scattered with autumn leaves, and in the reflection of one gondola's glass, the faint silhouette of a child is barely visible. On the right, Berlin's Spree Park looms under a veil of creeping fog, a derelict carousel with cracked, ghostly horses, a shadowy clown figure lingering near the entrance, and bumper cars subtly shifted from their original positions as if recently used. Disembodied laughter seems to echo in the background, and faint glowing orbs hover near the rides, hinting at unseen energies. The whole scene is saturated in desaturated tones, with a cold blue and sepia filter giving it an ethereal, abandoned feel. But Action Park's dangers extended beyond its rides. The park had minimal supervision, and guests were largely left to their own devices, leading to reckless behavior, alcohol-fueled stunts, and outright chaos. Employees were often untrained and ill-equipped to handle emergencies, and rumors of drug use and fights among visitors were rampant. Security was virtually non-existent, and the park became a hotbed of rowdy teenage antics, with reports of nudity, vandalism, and even sexual assault. Despite the constant stream of injuries and lawsuits, Action Park remained open for over 30 years, a testament to its bizarre appeal and the sheer audacity of its creators. The park's history is littered with tragic incidents that underscore its reckless reputation. In 1980, a 19-year-old man died after crashing into a retaining wall while riding the Alpine slide at high speed. In 1982, a 20-year-old man was paralyzed after sustaining a severe spinal injury while navigating the same ride. Another fatality occurred in 1984, when a 19-year-old college student drowned in the park's lazy river after being pulled under by the strong current. The park's most infamous death occurred in 1985, when a 16-year-old boy was sucked into a drainage pipe in the wave pool, his body not recovered for nearly 2 weeks. Despite these tragedies, Action Park continued to operate, with Mulvihill defending its safety record and claiming that the park was no more dangerous than everyday life. In a 2016 interview with New York Magazine, he stated, "If you can't swim, don't go in the deep end. If you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen." This cavalier attitude only added to the park's infamy, cementing its reputation as a real-life death trap. By the early 2000s, declining attendance and increasing pressure from regulatory agencies led to the park's gradual decline. In 2010, Action Park officially closed its doors, bringing an end to an era of unregulated chaos. The land was eventually sold to a new operator, who rebranded the park as Vernon Valley/Great Gorge Action Park before closing permanently in 2017. Today, the remnants of Action Park lie abandoned, its rusting rides and crumbling infrastructure serving as a grim reminder of the dangers of unchecked thrills. Despite its closure, Action Park lives on in popular culture, inspiring documentaries, podcasts, and even a 2018 film titled Action Point, starring Johnny Knoxville. The park has also become a subject of fascination for urban explorers and horror enthusiasts, drawn to the eerie remains of its once thrilling attractions. Some claim to have heard strange noises emanating from the ruins, including the distant echoes of laughter and the sound of rushing water, even though the park's water features have long since dried up. Others have reported seeing shadowy figures near the old rides, as if the spirits of reckless thrill-seekers still haunt the place where they once lived on the edge. Whether these accounts are mere figments of imagination or something more sinister remains unknown, but one thing is certain: Action Park was never just an amusement park. It was a cautionary tale, a place where the pursuit of adrenaline overshadowed basic safety, and where the line between fun and danger was tragically blurred. Tivoli Gardens, the enchanted park with a dark secret in the heart of Copenhagen, Denmark, nestled between the bustling streets and the serene waters of the harbor, lies one of the world's oldest and most beloved amusement parks, Tivoli Gardens. Founded in 1843, Tivoli is a place of timeless charm, where fairy tale architecture meets thrilling rides and lush gardens. Its reputation as a magical escape has drawn millions of visitors over the centuries, making it one of the most visited amusement parks in Europe. However, beneath its picturesque exterior and joyful atmosphere lies a darker side, one that has given rise to haunting legends and eerie encounters that continue to captivate both locals and paranormal enthusiasts alike. Tivoli Gardens was the brainchild of George Carstensen, a visionary entrepreneur who believed that a park filled with music, lights, and entertainment could bring joy to the people of Copenhagen. His dream became a reality, and the park quickly became a cultural landmark, inspiring Walt Disney himself, who reportedly visited Tivoli multiple times before designing Disneyland. Over the years, Tivoli has hosted royalty, celebrities, and dignitaries, all enchanted by its whimsical charm and timeless appeal. Yet, despite its reputation as a place of happiness, Tivoli has also been the subject of strange and unsettling occurrences that have led many to believe that the park is more than just a playground of joy. One of the most enduring legends associated with Tivoli Gardens is the story of the disappearing woman. According to local lore, in the early 1900s, a young woman attended the park with her fiancé, eager to enjoy the evening's festivities. As they walked through the pantomime theater, the woman suddenly vanished without a trace. Despite a thorough search, she was never found, and no evidence of foul play was ever uncovered. Some say she was abducted, while others believe she simply walked into another dimension, lost forever within the labyrinthine corridors of the park. To this day, visitors claim to see a ghostly figure in a white dress wandering the theater's halls, as if searching for someone who never returned. Another chilling tale involves the Tunnel of Love, a romantic boat ride that has been a staple of Tivoli for decades. While the attraction is meant to be a gentle, whimsical journey, some riders have reported unusual occurrences during their trips. According to multiple accounts, some boats have come to a sudden stop, leaving passengers stranded in the pitch-black tunnel for several minutes. During these moments of darkness, some claim to hear whispers echoing through the walls, while others report feeling an unseen presence sitting beside them, even though no one else is on the boat. One particularly unsettling story comes from a group of teenagers who claimed that, during their ride, the boat reversed course and took them back through the tunnel, despite no mechanical failure being detected afterward. Adventure Park, the forgotten playground of Ohio, tucked away in the heart of Ohio, nestled among the rolling hills and quiet neighborhoods of Cincinnati, lies a place that once pulsed with laughter and excitement. Adventure Park. Opened in 1961, this amusement park was a beloved summer destination for families across the Midwest, boasting a collection of thrilling rides, a water park, and an arcade that kept visitors entertained for hours. The park was known for its classic roller coasters, a towering Ferris wheel, and a funhouse filled with distorted mirrors and winding corridors that left children both exhilarated and slightly disoriented. For decades, Adventure Park was a staple of summer fun, a place where parents could relax while their children played, and where the scent of cotton candy and popcorn filled the air. However, by the early 2000s, the park began to show signs of decline. Attendance dwindled as newer, larger amusement parks emerged, offering flashier attractions and cutting-edge technology that Adventure Park could not keep up with. Maintenance costs skyrocketed, and the aging infrastructure became increasingly difficult to repair. The final blow came in 2004, when the park was abruptly shut down, leaving behind a shell of its former self. Official records state that the closure was due to financial difficulties, but rumors have long circulated that something more sinister was responsible for the park's downfall. Today, Adventure Park stands as a decaying relic, its rides frozen in time, its pathways overgrown with weeds, and its once vibrant facades now dulled by years of neglect. The roller coaster, once a towering marvel of steel and thrills, now sits rusted and broken, its tracks sagging under the weight of time. The Ferris wheel looms over the landscape like a skeletal monument, its gondolas swaying eerily in the wind. The funhouse, with its warped mirrors and twisting hallways, remains a place of mystery, where the faint echoes of laughter seem to linger in the air. Okpo Land, the forgotten wonder of South Korea on the outskirts of Busan, South Korea, nestled among the rolling hills and dense forests, lies a place that was once a beacon of joy and excitement. Okpo Land. Opened in 1989, this amusement park was designed to bring the magic of American-style entertainment to the heart of South Korea, offering a variety of rides, attractions, and live performances that drew families and thrill-seekers from across the region. For over a decade, Okpo Land thrived, its vibrant colors and lively atmosphere making it a popular destination for summer vacations and weekend outings. However, like so many dreams, Okpo Land eventually faded into obscurity, leaving behind only the skeletal remains of its former glory, a haunting testament to time's relentless march. The decline of Okpo Land began in the late 1990s, as competition from newer, more modern amusement parks grew fierce. The rise of Everland and Lotte World, two of South Korea's largest and most technologically advanced theme parks, drew away visitors who sought the latest attractions and the prestige of cutting-edge entertainment. As attendance dwindled, Okpo Land struggled to keep up with maintenance and upgrades, leading to a slow but inevitable spiral into disrepair. By 2007, the park was forced to close its gates permanently, leaving behind a ghostly landscape of rusting rides and overgrown pathways. Today, Okpo Land is a place of eerie beauty, a surreal blend of decay and nostalgia. The once colorful buildings have faded to dull shades of gray, their paint peeling away to reveal the concrete beneath. The roller coaster, once a thrilling centerpiece of the park, now stands frozen in time, its tracks rusted and warped, its supports crumbling under the weight of years of neglect. The bumper cars sit motionless, their paint peeling, their wires frayed and exposed. The carousel, its horses cracked and missing pieces, still sits in place, as if waiting for children to climb aboard and set it spinning once more. Despite its abandonment, Okpo Land has become a magnet for urban explorers and photographers, drawn to its haunting atmosphere and the stark contrast between its former vibrancy and current desolation. The park has been featured in numerous documentaries, photo essays, and even music videos, each capturing the strange beauty of a place where time seems to have stood still. However, there is something undeniably unsettling about walking through Akpo Land's empty corridors, where the silence is broken only by the creaking of metal and the distant rustling of leaves. Final thoughts. Where joy meets the shadows. As we bring this journey through the world's most terrifying abandoned amusement parks to a close, one truth becomes undeniable. These places are far more than crumbling rides and rusted metal. They are echoes of human ambition, frozen in time, where the laughter of the past lingers like a ghostly whisper beneath the creaking of forgotten attractions. From the eerie silence of Nara Dreamland to the haunting stillness of Pripyat's amusement park, each site we've explored carries a story steeped in tragedy, mystery, and the unexplainable. These are not just relics of decay, they are monuments to joy, loss, and the thin veil between worlds. What makes these abandoned parks so captivating is their ability to blur the line between reality and the supernatural. They remind us that even the brightest places can cast the darkest shadows. The same roller coasters that once thrilled riders now loom like skeletal remains, their tracks twisted by time. The Ferris wheels that once offered breathtaking views now spin slowly in the wind, their gondolas empty but for the whispers of those who never left. Whether it's the phantom giggles echoing through Akpo Land, the shadowy figures glimpsed at Spree Park, or the tragic tales of missing children in Adventure Park, these locations challenge our understanding of what it means to be haunted. Are they truly home to restless spirits, or do they simply carry the weight of history, imprinted onto the very soil by the emotions of those who once walked their paths? Yet, beyond the chills and thrills, these places also serve as poignant reminders of the impermanence of human creations. They are testaments to the fleeting nature of dreams, where joy, fear, and ambition collide. To explore them is to walk the fine line between curiosity and reverence, between the desire to uncover the unknown and the responsibility to honor what came before. So, as you step away from this tale, we invite you to share your own stories. Have you ever visited an abandoned amusement park? Have you felt the chill of something unseen or heard the faint echo of laughter in the silence? Drop your experiences in the comments below. We'd love to hear from fellow explorers who have felt the pull of the forgotten. And if you enjoyed this journey through the haunted corners of the world, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another spine-chilling adventure. Until next time, remember, the past is never truly gone. It lingers in the rusted hinges of forgotten rides, in the flicker of lights that no longer burn, and in the whispers carried by the wind through empty corridors. For those who dare to listen, the stories of these parks are far from over. Safe travels, and may the echoes of the forgotten never follow you home.